Hey Sunshine, my name is Shay, your fave tarot cheerleader and spiritual life coach. Today's reading is going to be on how men view you. This video is for all genders that are attracted to men or men are attracted to them. We're just going to keep it pretty broad and pretty open and see what comes out in these cards. Remember that this is a general reading, so some things may apply to you or maybe confirmation for you and others may not. And if it does not apply, let it fly. Before you pick your cards, let's go ahead and talk about our sponsor today, Keen. Keen is a website that connects you with psychics, astrologers, and tarot readers all at the palm of your hand. They can give you guidance on anything you want to know, ranging from your career to your love life and everything in between. I've used Keen before myself on my love life, and I've recently used Keen on my career, and let me tell you how both of the psychics were on point on what I needed to know. Being an intuitive and an empath myself, sometimes all of that information gets all bunched up and I just need someone to give me clarity, and that is exactly what both of the psychics did on both separate occasions. Now, if you're interested in a similar experience, or if you just want more clarity on the reading that we're doing today, you can go ahead and create an account with Keen, and I'm telling you, it just takes seconds. It's that easy. From there, you have access to readers, astrologers, and psychics at the palm of your hand, and you can choose the one that's best for you by looking at their profiles. If you'd like, you can do a phone call, or if you're more introverted like myself, you can use the text chat. And you also get a discount. So as a new customer with Keen, you can get your first 10 minutes for just $1.99. Yes, $1.99. So just go to trykeen.com/Shay, or you can click the link in my description box. Again, that is trykeen.com/Shay, or click the link in my description box to connect with an advisor right now. Renew your well-being today. A Keen advisor is waiting for you. Bye. Thank you so much for watching that. So let's go ahead and pick your cards. Remember to pick with your heart and not your eyes, because your eyes can be deceiving, but your intuition will never lie to you. So let's go ahead and hop in. Hey group number one, welcome to your reading on how men view you. So let's go ahead and hop into your oracle cards first, and then I'll get to your tarot cards, and then we'll shuffle about to see what we find out. Okay, so I actually am using a deck called, let me just find out. It's called the Love Oracles. It does have like celebrities or famous people on them. So you got Marie Antoinette, and you got Laverne Cox. So right off the bat, I got this message of like go-getter energy, just intuitively, and more so like wifey, but almost the ideal type. Like you may be idealized a lot, probably because of your career or what you represent or who you're associated with. A lot of you may be very like feminine presenting. Again, male or female, but again, this is more so towards my feminines. If you like maybe wear a lot of makeup, or maybe you adorn your hair, your face a certain type of way, maybe you're really known for like your lipstick, your blush, something of that nature. For some of you, you may have more, so I want to say this clearly, you may have more masculine features, but not in a bad way. So you may be like tall or long-legged, or you may have more like of a square face shape. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they think you look like, you know, a male, or they're not attracted to it. It's more so that you have more powerful features rather than like doe-eyed, you know, small, cute features. You more so have more powerful features. And again, you may dress a certain way. You may adorn yourself a certain way. Very specific. You know what I mean? You stand out, I guess is the best way I can say that, okay? So let's hop into your cards. So we have the Nine of Cups. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Two of Cups. So what I'm picking up immediately is that you may not be, okay, so interesting, because I do feel a go-getter energy from this pile. Like I do think that a lot of you either have had a lot of material success, like you are very happy in your career, or you have like a lot of, like you're almost very self-confident or self-secure, I guess is a good word. And a lot of men view you in that way. So that may attract a lot of men who are interested in your career, or admire you to some degree, or admire your self-confidence and like self-certainty. But for some of you, it makes you a little bit of a tough cookie because you are so successful and you attract these people. I think sometimes people discount what you had to go through to get to where you are. So these men kind of may feel like you seem like you're unforgiving, or that you hold them to a certain standards that's too high. But I'm gonna tell you what it really is. What it really is that you're super successful and you're a little bit intimidating to them because of your success and because of your confidence and self-certainty. So that may come up a lot, where they come up with these stories about who you are because of your career, or because of your willingness to say things. Like, you're very confident. So it's almost like there's a positive association, because it's all, these men immediately think like, this is someone that I should be with. They're very smart, they're very beautiful, they're very funny, they're very confident, they have the career, they have the house. Like, they know that they should. But I think from time to time you may hear someone call you intimidating, or say that you're almost unforgiving a little bit, and in a good way though, because I think you may have really solid boundaries because of your experience. You apply it to your situation. So if it looked like a duck, if it quacked like a duck, you call it, and that's it. And you may be the type of woman who, the first mess up, you're done. You know what I mean? You don't really stick around too long to find out more. So there may be a few men who still want to be involved with you, but they really don't have a chance because of the history you guys already have with each other. So they may try to call you unforgiving. You may from time to time hear an ex be like, I apologize, like, what's the problem? Or even just, other men that like, it's almost like people know not to play with you. But the crazy part is I don't think that you give off the intimidating energy. Like, I don't think that you're rough or harsh at all. I think you're just very sure of yourself. When you say something, you mean it. Like, you don't really beat around the bush. And I think a lot of you may be very sweet and kind. I don't know what it is about these sweets that Marie Antoinette has behind her in this picture, but I get this feeling that you really sweet. Like, you kind of put sugar on top of shit, if you know what I'm saying. So it's like you're saying something confidently and sure of yourself, but it may sound so sweet. But a person with a ego that's bruised will still take it the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? I also hear that some of you may not have children. Maybe a pet, with the Six of Cups here with the pet in the picture. Maybe a pet, but some of you either don't have children or don't want children. So it's like almost like a double-edged sword that I'm hearing with the no children. It's either there's some men who are amazed that you don't have children by now, quote unquote. So like almost like a career woman. So they're kind of like, oh, you've got all that going on. Where's your kids kind of things coming up? Some of them like that though, because they like the idea that they could have you kind of like, fresh start. They can start their family off, blah, 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 blah. But on the opposite side, there are some men that wonder why you haven't had children yet. Like almost a what's wrong with you kind of question. But it's almost like they can't find it. You get what I'm saying? They can't find what the actual problem is. You could also be very outspoken, pal number one, which is a good thing. But some men, I keep saying people, but some people may see that as combative. But again, I don't think you say anything. I really don't think you say anything rude. I just think that the mere fact that you said it intimidates them. You also may get the compliment a lot from men that you're very strong, or like you're very passionate, or you're very successful. And you may have a lot of gossip surrounding you, good and bad. Like, I think there's a lot of good gossip where, again, people are saying, oh my God, she's so beautiful, she's so successful. She's my wifey, she's my future wifey, I'm so into her, da da da. And then there may be some people who, maybe exes, or maybe people that, or maybe men that haven't been able to get close to you. There may be this narrative like, oh, she's not all that, or it looks nice, but she's this way. Like that sort of thing going on as well. Okay, anything else? Let's see. I'm going to switch decks. How do men view group number one, spirit guides? Make the message abundantly clear. Yeah. What message? How do they group view them? Yeah. They may try to say that you are, like I said, you may be quick to cut off. You may be Again, you quick to stand up for yourself. You're an advocate for yourself, which I think that they love when it's in benefit of them, right? When you're speaking them up or telling them how unfair life is treating them, they almost kind of like it. I'm not going to lie, for some of you, you may have a toxic relationship or toxic habits where you may, again, I think it's justified. It feels justified, but you may often bring up something that they did to you, or let them know where their thinking is off. You speak up for yourself. It's as simple as that. So that maybe some men may view that as frustrating, but like I said, some men like it. They like the fight. They like that you're sassy. They like that you don't mind saying what's wrong, but sometimes it can be viewed as you're stuck on the past or you're stuck on the problems, but you're really not. You're just solution oriented. And if you haven't seen rectification of an issue, it's almost like you either bring it back up or you feel like something needs to be done about it. So there maybe is this tendency to be stuck in the past. But again, sweetheart, like I said, you have a pure heart. You may be very genuine. And again, some of this feels like they may initially not like it, but as they get to know you, they kind of start to miss it, because I do need someone to tell me about myself. I did like that she spoke up and this and that. Like, they like the sassiness, but if it's the wrong man or the wrong ego, it may be taken in the wrong direction. So you may get a lot of apologies. Group number one, you may get a lot of people coming back and saying like, oh, I apologize for how I treated you, blah, 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 blah. And if I'm being really frank, group number one, I think you may be, in some people, you may cause fear because of your success. Like, this group makes me feel like on the outside, you are a force. You know what I mean? You are 100% a force to be reckoned with. Again, whether you feel that way or not. The career, the abundance, the success, the family, the friends. You may be a super romantic person, a super romantic partner. You may, get those feelings up for people. So when they come to you, they kind of want to be able to be a part of that power, not really taking into consideration like who you really are as a person on the inside. So often that gets kind of confused, because it's almost like they want the idea of you, but not who you really are as a person. And there's nothing wrong with you, group number one, as a person. It's just that you are a person. You're a force, but you also need to be handled with care and with love. And sometimes people are not, these men are not meeting up with this all of the time. Okay? They may try to say that it's too hard to deal with, but you're not. You're just human. And you deserve to be treated like a human and not like, I don't know, a trophy. I guess is the best way to say it. A trophy or like, like something to put to the side, or you don't really play games. And I think whoever, these men kind of want to play games. They like the idea of you and not who you really are. That's deeper than I was trying to go, y'all. Now, if we're going into physical, I know we talked about it earlier. You may dress up a lot. You may dress up elaborately. Okay. You may really, really get it done, girl. Hair, nails, everything did. The way you physically dress, like all the clothes you wear may be very fancy. Makeup, I wouldn't say heavy makeup, but I think for some of you, you may wear heavy makeup, or you may wear makeup often, but not because you're not confident in yourself, but because you just like to be put together, like whole head to toe. You just like it. Again, very pretty features. More, how we have like beautiful, gorgeous, pretty, those sort of things. I think you guys are more on like the beautiful, gorgeous side. Again, you may have more strong features, strong jaws, strong nose, sharp eyes, like very intense beauty, or maybe even unconventional beauty, but there's beauty there. Again, not pixie and childlike features, but more so like gorgeous, developed features. Some of you could have light colored hair right now, blonde hair, or you may have a tendency to dye your hair various colors. Okay, group number one, that's all I'm saying for how men view you. If this resonates with you, please go ahead and comment below to let your girl know. And follow me on Instagram for daily zodiac readings and all things mind, body, and soul care. I love you and hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey, group number two, let's get into your cards on how men view you. Period. So I'm going to start off with your oracle card and a couple of tarot cards that I pre-pulled, and then we'll get into just clarifying the reading. Okay. So one of your oracle cards you got from my Love Oracles deck is Princess Diana. And feel free to pause to read or get some details off of that. But I'm going to say just right off rip, group two, you are very attractive. It's your energy and your physicality at the same time. So you may be very pretty pretty handsome, apply to your situation. You may dress very well. Again, you may be very, like, you have a lot of social skills. So you may have a tendency to walk into a room or get to know a group of people and kind of almost instantly become the favorite person. And could be because of something you say or you do, or just your aura, or it could just generally be because you just have a genuine nature about you. You may immediately just gain everybody's hearts. Even if you don't feel that way, you do. Specifically with men, obviously, since we're talking about men, you may automatically get their attention and they may want to get close to you very quickly. So let's hop into these tarot cards and see what we have here. 7 of Wands. The 2 of Wands in reverse. Seven of Pentacles upright. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, group number 2. So, immediate message that I get is that you are hard to keep track of. You may be very hard to get on the phone, very hard to get a call back, very hard to get a text back. Maybe you're the type to text 6 hours apart when someone's trying to get close to you. So what I feel like how men view you is that you are very beautiful. You're very wonderful. You have great energy. They want to be around you. And then as soon as they think that they have gotten close, it's like you disappear. You may be very elusive. For some of you, you're actually emotionally unavailable. At least that's how they're viewing you, is that you're not open to love, or that you're not focused on it at all because you may be working on your career or your next steps, or just kind of worried about yourself. For some of you, it's spiritual ascension. So you're so focused on your spirituality, focused on your own life, focused on growing, that it's almost like men don't come into the picture a little bit. So they may find you to be a little bit elusive. Even if you are involved, I just heard for somebody, even if you are involved with them, they still may feel this way. For some, this can be your whole boyfriend or maybe even a close friend, and they may feel like you are not paying me any attention. or you are distant. It's almost like you keep an emotional distance. And I don't think for all of you that this is on purpose. It's just that you like your privacy. You like things to be a certain way. Again, you may be busy with other things. Or you're just maybe not that emotionally charged. That's not really what you're focused on. Again, they may see you, you may be very spiritually focused. For some of you, you may do yoga. Maybe you talk about mental health topics a lot, anxiety, depression, things of that nature. I do think that, like I said, they see you as kind of coming from this heart place. So it's almost like they want to get in your bubble, but you kind of keep away from that. Right? And for some of you, I'm not gonna lie, y'all playgirls and playboys. You may not be easy to get into a relationship. Even if you get in one, there's still almost this 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of energy. You have a lot, they may view you as having a lot of options or a lot of suitors. And they can't really tell if you're entertaining any of them. I'm gonna say it. For some of you, you don't entertain them, or at least not all of them. But that may be how they're viewing you because you're so unavailable to them specifically. So it's almost like she must be out here in these streets because they don't be paying me no attention. And it's no, I'm just busy and I got other stuff to do. Now, on the kind of negative view of you, for some of you, they may see that you are still trying to figure things out. You may still be trying to build something. Maybe you have confided in some of them that you're trying to, build a business, or you want to move, or you're trying to make some sort of change in your life and you haven't quite done it. And I'm not going to lie, there might be some of them that may feel that you often start and stop projects. You don't really finish anything. So there's a little bit of that there, but I think that's more of in a personal way, where once they really get close to you and know you, that's kind of the conclusion that they come up with, is that you're still trying to figure it out. And I'm not going to lie, for some of you, that triggers a hero complex in men for you. They may feel like they want to fix it. They want to help. They want to tell you how to do it. They want to get involved. Because I get this feeling that you're not a damsel in distress, but for some reason that they're kind of reading you as one, group number 2. So you often may have, like I said, you may have a lot of suitors or a lot of people who just want to dote over you and give you things and help you with things and show you how to fix something and how to figure something out, because they're viewing you from this angle of always needing help. For some of you, you may hate attention too. So that may also, again, be an attractor for some men, is that you're not really going out looking for attention, but you get it. So like you're the type to like never post on your Instagram, but like the one day you post a photo, it's like 1,000 pictures. Likes and comments. Like, you're one of those people, and you're not even really looking for that. It just kind of comes to you. Clarity. And just an aside, some of you could have some of you very pretty, almost conventionally so, almost classically so. But then I don't know, this girl doing this yoga, some of you could have locks, or again have a very natural appearance. It easy. Like, I guess I'm getting like easy breezy. Like, you don't put a lot of effort into your appearance, but you just are good looking. So again, whether it's the way you just like, you don't really dress too much up, or you do dress up, but it's simple, it's classic, you don't do too much, you keep your hair natural, you keep your makeup natural, stuff like that. You don't put a lot of extra effort into your look, you just are. And it's gorgeous. I just smelled something like really pretty, so I think some of you may smell really good as well. I got for somebody it's not earthy, like baby lotion. Like a very soft, subtle, sweet smell. Okay, so let's clarify. More messages, Spirit. Make it abundantly clear. How do men view group number 2? How else do men view group number 2? Yeah. How do they view group number 2? I knew it. I always smile at myself when certain things come up. Okay, so again, fun, bubbly, manifesting, embracing the moment, airy, flowing. So again, like I said earlier, you're very fun. I think some of you may be very fun. And if you're not, you don't consider yourself like a social butterfly or fun, you may have a very chill presence about you. Group number 2, like, you're easygoing, you go with the flow, you may make people laugh, they come and sit down and talk to you, and now it's like an immediate conversation, immediate vibe. Yeah, literally. And this was over here flipped. Positive attitude, good vibes. Yeah, things like you're very easy to get to know and easy to spend time with. But you may not, like, I think a lot of men may feel thrown away by you. So that may automatically make them think that you're like a cheater or a deceiver, or like a city girl, or city girl energy. Like, they may feel that way with you because you're so quick to cut them off, or just not be involved with them at all. So they may just try to take the stance of not liking you because you don't like them, or something like that. That may come up a lot. And some of you have maybe said to someone that's male that you are in your healing phase, or maybe that's how they see you, which is probably where all this distance is coming from, where you're just trying to heal. You don't really care if you connect like that, or you do care, but you just don't put so much of your own personal energy into it. You're kind of like vibing out, okay? I think some of you may have a naughty side. Group number 2, I do. I think some of you may have a naughty side. I think you may have some of you may be doing this on purpose. You may be playing people on purpose. But I think it just comes from a place of you still trying to figure some things out for yourself. So I don't think it's anything personal. Okay, group number 2. So that's all I'm saying for how men view you. If this resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment below to let your girl know. And follow your girl on IG for daily zodiac readings and all things mind, body, and soul care. I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading for how men view you. We're going to start with your oracle cards, and then I'll hop into a few tarot cards to clarify. So we have Sigmund Freud. Random, but I promise it'll make sense. And we have Gala Dali. Sorry if I said that wrong. And of course, you guys can pause to read the actual card. So what I picked up from these 2 cards and these 2 people is that people learn from you. I feel like men feel like they learn from you. You may be my one that got away pal. You may be my lesson pal. I don't think that you harm anybody in any way, but I do think that you are life changing for a lot of the men that you meet in your life in a positive way. Even if the situation between you two wasn't positive, I think there's a tendency for them to come away from it like, dag, I messed up, or I learned from this person. Some of you could be the artsy type, or like, I don't know, either you're really smart or really artsy, or maybe a both. Like there's a brilliancy to you, group number 3, where you change people's minds and the way that they view the world. I think that a lot of men who come in contact with you may feel your intensity and passion. If you date them, for sure, there's like a loyalty, an immediate loyalty, immediate intensity that they love about you. Like they just want to give everything to you. They want to give everything to you. They want to be everything. They want to be better. It's like they almost like want to really make their lives better when they get around you. You may have a good way of getting money out of people too, or at least getting their devotion and their energy. I don't know why, but some of y'all give me like very like, you know, there's just those girls that just can get people to buy them anything or to give them anything and like devote themselves to you. I think you may have a little bit of that. And may see you as very loyal as well. I don't know if I said that already, but there's a dedication to you, a loyalty to you that I think they love. And again, that like I said earlier with that one that got away, because if they do mess up, and, you know, they move on to other people, they may see like, oh my God, this person like was really riding for me and I messed up. Like, what's going on? Okay. All right. So this cards that you got is the High Priestess in reverse, the King of Wands. And this card did a lot of flipping. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. You have a passion about you. You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Does not have to be, or that can be like very strong in your chart, but there's a passion to you. There's a artsiness, an entrepreneurialness to you. You may even make them feel like certain things are possible. Like if they tend to be a very negative person, you may be the person that's like, you can do it, watch this. Or you may even inject belief in them that they don't even have, like they didn't even have before they met you. You may be easy to work with, and I think they learn a lot from you. I know I said that earlier, but I do think that you really stimulate the minds of the men around you. And for some of you, you may be very intuitive. I know we have the High Priestess in reverse, but I think for some of you, you're very psychically in tune. Some of you may be my spiritual pal, my meditating, you know what I mean, psychic visions having pile, or you're just very keen on your intuition and empathy. You tap in very easily. But I'm not going to lie, there may be a few of them that think that you're sneaky, or they can't figure out like what your angle is sometimes, where you're coming from. Because I think sometimes with that intuitiveness, you may pick up on things that maybe even they haven't picked up on yet. So it often can come off like you're just coming out of left field, but in reality, you just kind of picked up on something. For some of you, very specific, you may have an anger issue or be you quick to pop off. That kind of adds to the passion and the intensity, which means that a lot of men may find it attractive, but there may be some men that may feel like you're a little quick to anger or quick to upset, which may cause them to keep secrets or tiptoe around you because they don't want to upset you. But again, for some, that adds to the passion, because like I said, you're the one that got away. They may try to, I didn't like her attitude, I didn't like how passionate she said that or did that. But then they go on and they realize, like, I like that passion. I like that somebody liked me that much or was fussing at me about this and that. Like, these are this, like, it's almost like they understand it later, or throughout the relationship with you, because they realize that you were just trying to make them better, not trying to criticize them. Or, or just being naturally angry. But that may come up too. Like you're a little intense or a little aggressive. Like that same passion may turn into intensity for them. Or that same dedication all of a sudden is a little bit too dedicated. Like, like it's almost like they find a way to not like it. Hate to say it, but that's the truth. You may not conform, and this is straight channeling. You may not conform to beauty roles or gender roles, I should say, or like beauty standards. Like, I think you are very attractive in your own right, but I think there may be certain things that you don't do. Like you may dress the opposite gender, or you may not even dress it at all, you know what I mean? Or again, you may just completely like go the next level and wear like wild colors and all of these different things, because there's this blending of masculinity and femininity here. So like if you're a woman You may have more masculine qualities, or you may dress a certain way that's more masculine. Maybe you wear baggy pants, things of that nature. Like you wear your hair in a bun all day long. And the vice versa, you may be male, but you may keep your nails clean, and you may like do all of these things that are associated with gender, even though they don't matter, because period. But those may be things like characteristics of yours, but it's actually attractive to people. Like you may attract people because of that. For some of you, you may have shaved your hair or cut your hair recently, and people really like it. Men really like it specifically. Or it may be a topic of discussion a lot. Oh, why'd you do that to your hair? Or what color are you going to dye it next? Like something like that may come up. You're a teacher. Group number 3. You are a teacher. You are definitely like a blessing for sure. Interesting. Okay, so let's clarify. What does group number 3 need to know about how men view them? How do men view group number 3, spirit guides? Make it abundantly clear. What'd I say? Didn't I just say that? Crazy. Secrecy, an affair, hiding something, use discretion, surprise, collaborate, risk. Collaborate, I'm sorry. Protecting, denying risk. And then we also have teasing, flirtatious, having a crush, playing, having fun, keeping it airy, enjoying each other, joking around. One more. How do men view group number 3? Make it clear for me, spirit. How do men view group number 3? The screw. Yeah, group number 3. Not interested, leaving quickly, trouble, getting shafted, horizontal jogging, turn to you might have cursed some people out in your day. Group number 3. You might have cursed some people out in your day. But I'm not going to lie. It kind of depends. Because I'm not going to lie. Some of you may have had some people that you have done wrong, or maybe you have played, or vice versa. And that kind of led to a lot of blowing ups and like things coming out. Again, with that secrecy, right? Like you're almost coming out of left pocket. But you're so flirtatious and you're so like funny and fun to be around. And maybe that's where the pain comes from for some of them. Because I'm seeing 2 scenarios. It's either you're the person with the secrets and the cheating and the foolishness, and they didn't expect it because you were so passionate, you were so intense, you were so in love with them. Or vice versa, where the moment you see any sign of cheating or negativity or them not trying to help you level up, it's like you cut them off. It's like you're done with it. You immediately cut them off. So you take that how you will, but that may come up as well. And one last thing before I close this group number 3. I think for some of you, there's a ride or die energy here. No, Bonnie and Clyde. That's what I'm getting. There's a Bonnie and Clyde type of energy here. Or maybe because it just feels like it's toxic and maybe it won't work. But they love that there's like this, you're going to hold it down. You're going to keep the secrets. You know where the bodies are buried. But like, you're not going to say nothing and you're going to hold them down. Like there's that energy, which is probably why they have so much loyalty to you, because it's like, you've done this for me and that for me. You've taught me this and you've taught me that. And now I just want to give you everything because I know you're there for me type of thing. Interesting energy, group number 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment below to let your girl know. And follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates and all things mind, body, and soul care. I love you. And I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey, group 4. Welcome to your reading on how men view you. Let's hop into these cards, starting with your oracle cards. Card rather. And we have Jacqueline Kennedy. I ain't reading all the rest of that. Of course, you can pause and read it if you need to. But immediately when I see her, I'm giving that you giving first lady. You guys are considered my wifey, hubby, pal, traditionally pretty, traditionally dressed, like you may have really great style. You are the dream girl for a lot of men, especially when it comes to like your physical appearance, and not just the physical. Don't get caught up on just like facial features or like body and things of that nature, but also just like what they believe a wife should be or a husband should be. So those things may come up a lot. I'm hearing for some of you, you may have been proposed to a lot of times, multiple times, or you at least have been proposed to once and kind of put on that pedestal at some point. You could be married now or have been at some point. But yes, one thing that definitely stands out is that you have a lot of style. You're the girl that, like, they look through your Instagram, you know, maybe they look at your friends and family and they're just looking at how you carry yourself, and it's really, really good. Because, like, look, Miss Jacqueline has it on. She has it on. And that's probably what you give across. So you can be the girl with, like, not even just the labels, it's the way you put the clothes together that gives you that edge. Aside from that physical aspect, you also could be very, I guess you could say, partner minded. It's so strange because I'm getting Libra vibes, Taurus, maybe I'm hearing Scorpio, Pisces for some of you. But in general, you just may be very partnership minded. So you may be the type of person to help your husband or wife build, or maybe be very supportive, or you just have like a partnership mentality that men love to see. So let's see what the tarot cards say. So we have the Knight of Cups. You have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so right off the back with the Knight of Cups, some of you could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It does not have to be. I'm just hearing for somebody that could be the signs that you attract. But you are kind of like a classic romantic. I'm getting lover girl, lover boy sort of vibes. You may like romance. You may like flowers. I just heard for somebody very specifically, like that may be a requirement of yours or something that you really desire to come from your partner. So men may talk about that a lot. Like, okay, this girl has standards. She has like things that she wants. And honestly, I don't think you have a hard time getting them. Pile number 4, like, I don't think that this is even a problem. I think that this is something that, you know, you get, like, they know that they need to bring that sort of energy towards you, or you just facilitate an environment where people want to give that to you. Another scenario that I'm picking up on is that you may provide this experience for your partners. So again, you may be very romantic, you may be very giving, you may be very loving. You kind of are chivalrous and in love with the idea of love, again, with the wifey hubby tendencies. So you may do all of the right things, because there's also this idea of like obligation. You know, when we think of wives and husbands and people who are like long-term relationships, we think about that. We think about the love part, but we also think about like the commitment and like the obligation that you have. And I feel like you may be very committed, almost a little overly so, like to a point where you may even put yourself to the side. So this is something that men are noticing, is that they can count on you, that you're a lovely person, that you're romantic, that you're sweet. You may even expose them to experiences that they've never had before, especially like luxury experiences. But I'll be honest, they also may notice your tendency to kind of like self-sacrifice, which again is an attractive quality for some of them, but they also may feel like they get away with too much, or they try to get away with too much because they know they kind of can. I hate to say it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say it. Okay. What's something else that I'm seeing here? Another thing that I'm seeing here is that, back to those luxury experiences, you may be the type of woman or man that exposes them to trips, picnics, you know, wine. It was that pain and wine, whatever. You may have like a tendency to do like at very romantic dates that maybe your partners have never experienced before. Again, you may take them places or do things they've never done before. Same with dressing. I know we talked about like your style a lot, but you may also have like a style that kind of rubs off on them, so they may not want to come like not stepping, because you gonna step, you gonna look good, you gonna have it on, you gonna have the hair, the hat, you know, you're gonna be cute, so that you probably encourage your partners to be better and glow up in that way. It's a very encouraging motherly appearance, or not appearance, but energy. For some of you also, you may be parents already, you may already have children, so that may come up as well, is that you're very motherly. You take care of the kids, you take care of your man, your woman, whatever the case may be. It's almost like, it's such a strange thing to say, but it's almost like you're already packaged up to be the perfect partner. But again, that may sometimes get in your way or get you in trouble a little bit, because you may be a little too self-sacrificing. For some of you, which is so strange, you may be known for your, like, you may have some sort of way of that you're like famous or popular. I am getting influencer vibes, like some of you could literally be an influencer, but I think this also just may be like you're known for something, or have notoriety. Some of you may be well off to some degree as well, or at least you appear that way, whether it's from a successful career, or marrying successful, or being around successful people. I think men can smell that you kind of come from money, or that you have a certain standard for yourself and you kind of don't expect anything less, like, period. You probably don't even accept it. But I don't think that you are mean about it or rude about it. I just think that there's a, like, if they're gonna step, they might want to step correctly, like the first time. Period. But with this Ten of Pentacles, some men think that you may spend too much money. I don't think that you have gotten gold digger. Some of you may have, but I don't think that you've gotten the word gold digger thrown at you from men. But I do think that there is this understand. Like I said, they understand that they have to come at a certain level. So they may think that you ask for too much, or that you expect too much, or they want you to kind of accept less. They may think that you spend too much money, or you always worried about your clothes, or you always worried about how you look, or you always worried about, I don't know, your house or your car. Or like, they try to make it seem like you're a little too much when it comes to how you spend. So they may give this impression like, oh, you always chasing money, or you just trying to get me for my money. Like, what money? But but that's the vibe that some of them may say about you, is that, you're I'm looking for the word, but I think it's bougie, or not even bougie, but materialistic is a good word. Like, that they might think that you come off that way. But I think these are views, like the way they view you, not necessarily how you come off. But hey, maybe that is your philosophy. Maybe you really do feel like, hey, come with the cash or don't come at all. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. So let's get some clarity. Clarifying for my group number 4s. How do men view them? How do men view my group number 4s? How do they view group number 4, Spirit? Make the message abundantly clear for me. One more. Thank you. Okay. So we have Skater Girl. It says, skating along, balance, outdoor date, letting things slide, adaptable quickly, seamlessly. And then we have taking a chance, or take a chance rather. Go for it. Good chance. Set your intention for a positive outcome. You can't win if you don't play. And then we have Siren. That says alluring, seductive, enticing, mysterious, threatening, vindictive, and rebellious. There may be a lot of men that feel like you are adaptable. Like I said earlier, you may take a lot. You may not be either quick to anger or quick to have a negative reaction to something. I keep picturing a person who, when they're in a relationship, or maybe even with their family and friends, like, they're so partner and people oriented that they don't really make a big fuss when things are going wrong in a relationship or a friendship or whatever. They just kind of like, they go with the flow, easygoing, adaptable. Hey, you need this from me, I got you. That sort of personality. So men may view you in that way, where it's like, okay, this person's cool. Like, they're gonna allow me to be myself. They don't restrict me too much, etc., etc. You may be fun to be around as far as going on dates. Like, they don't mind doing things for you, because it's almost as if they know that you're gonna appreciate whatever you're given. So, like, even though they may see you as high maintenance, that's the word I was looking for earlier. Even though they may see you as high maintenance, they know that that's not the energy that they're gonna get when they, like, are verbally speaking with you. It's just maybe something, an insecurity that pops up on their own head. In their own head, rather. I mean, there could be some insecurities there, but I think that's a projection. That they're assuming that you're insecure because you're high maintenance, or because you keep yourself together. Not at all. They do find you to be alluring, seductive. Even if you don't see yourself as someone who gives off that siren energy or like sexy energy, they may see it anyway. And I think it's because of the modesty, or because of the like it girl nature, that it's like, ooh, what do you really like under there? So there's this assumption. Also, there may be some men who think that you're a little vindictive, especially if they know you well. But I think it's after they've done something that they had no business. It's almost like you're so easygoing. So when you're like tricked or fooled or like harmed, it's like you can't get over it, because you're like, I was nice to you, I did this for you, I did that for you, like that sort of thing. So there may be some men out there that think like that about you. And then we have take a chance. What we were talking about earlier, there's a lot of men that may be after you. it's like they don't mind putting themselves in the front sheet to get you, because like I said, you're the dream girl, so they may not care about having to like hop in and do whatever they have to do to get you. So you may have a lot of people at you, but again, I think a lot of you in this group are taken already, or at least you have someone that you're committed to. So it's like there's like maybe a lot of suitors or a lot of people who secretly like you and want you, but they may not say anything at all. But in summary, it's just looking like you the it girl. Okay, group number 4. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, and comment below to let your girl know. And follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates and all things mind, body, and soul care. I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.